Hi guys, can you guys hear me? Hey, let me know if you guys can hear me okay. I'm using headphones because I'm outside and it's windy. Yeah? Do these waves mean you can hear me? Okay, cool. Not too loud? It's fine. It's weird. Dennis makes fun of me because every time I use the headphones, I'm like, hello, hi. He's like, you don't have to hold them. I'm like, okay. All right, so I'm outside because the moon is out and it's beautiful. Check out that moon. So it's 11:11. And in about an hour, it's going to be 11:11 on 11:11. I'm going to try to block the wind a little bit with my hand here. So it's a special day. I feel a special energy about. It's been a special year, as you guys know. Lots of changes all the time and lots of new things happening. And I said that, here's Dennis. Dennis is here.
Hi. I'm over here. Right here.
Yay, Dennis. So I said I would talk about the DevaCurl. So I didn't really read the full press release, but DevaCurl has been sold to a company that has a portfolio of a lot of different hair care brands. They're a German company, and previously the last transition that they had was they were acquired by a management company called Aries Management, and this was in 2017, May 2017. So, as you guys know, there's been some issues going on with DevaCurl users, a lot of them, and myself included. And to catch you up really quickly, if you're not very familiar with the situation, as to what my theory is. My theory is that the company was sold to Aries Management in May 2017, that they wanted to decrease costs in order to increase profit, and they also wanted to take DevaCurl into a broader international market, which has not officially happened yet, to my knowledge. But with these kind of changes in ownership, there can be changes in a lot of things, right? So DevaCurl asserts that they did not change their formula at all, any of their formulas. And so what could happen? Why would the products be different, be having a different impact if the ingredient list is exactly the same and the formula is exactly the same? So if you guys have any chemistry background at all, you may be familiar with the way that heat can cause chemical reactions, which can release other chemicals when heat is added. Without the heat, they're maybe safe and fine, but when high heat, exposed to high heat, a chemical reaction can occur that releases a completely different chemical that would not have to be listed on the ingredient list because technically it was not part of the formula. So my theory is that the products started being stored in a way that was a lot hotter than it once was. Cosmetic companies are should store their products in climate-controlled warehouses to keep them from getting overheated so that things like this don't happen. Now, I've never visited DevaCurl's warehouses, so I can't say that I know that this is true. This is just a theory that I have based on a lot of research that I've done and a lot of information that I've collected from a lot of people and my own experiences as well. So my theory is that the products got very hot and that a dangerous chemical was released into the bottles of product. Now, because it was a chemical reaction, that means it's not going to happen uniformly throughout every product. And that's why some people will experience burning skin and irritation right away. And other people, like myself, will use it for quite a long time, and it will be more of a subtle change to where you don't even necessarily notice it happening because you're looking at yourself every day. And so you don't notice the difference between what you look like now and what you looked like a few months ago, which is what happened to me. And when the reason that I had already had thought about heat being the factor, but then I asked myself, why did I have to shave off my hair and why was it breaking off every day? Why was it so bad? Why was the damage? Because I have seen over 50 people in person in my salon who also have damaged hair from DevaCurl. And I didn't have to cut their hair off completely. There's none of them were at that point. But mine was so much worse. And at the same time that my hair started going crazy was when I started going to workout classes in a room that's over 100 degrees for an hour, 2 to 4 days a week. And, living in Miami and being so busy, and you would never think it could be the products that you were using on your hair for so many years that kept it so healthy, that were helping it flourish. How is it possible that those same products could be hurting my hair like that? I didn't even consider it as an option. So I blamed humidity when my porosity was so high that I tried to tone my blonde and it turned dark purple. I was just like, well, my hair hates being blonde, I guess, which is not scientific thought at all. It's just like I had no idea what to think. I hadn't done anything to damage my hair. It didn't make sense. And so you don't know what you don't know. We can't have these aha moments until we can connect the dots, because nobody's telling us, hey, this is what happened to you. In fact, people watching my videos on YouTube and on my other social media were like, oh, it's too much protein, it's too much moisture. And I literally let them brainwash me to the point that I was like, not considering things based on what I know. Like, I didn't look at my hair and think damage because, oh, it's a too much moisture problem, or it's a too much protein problem, or not enough protein problem. And no one said, your hair is damaged. Damage happens from extreme chemical processing or from very high heat styling. It doesn't happen from just too much moisture or too much protein. That's not how a cuticle does not become destroyed like this. I had never seen damaged hair like this in my career. And I have dealt with heat damage. I have dealt with color damage. I have dealt with relaxer damage. I've seen it all. I'd never seen hair strands look and act like this in my life. So a chemical that tends to be released, that's harmful, that can be released from another chemical, when heat is introduced, high heat, is formaldehyde. Formaldehyde is used to preserve bodies. It's also found in a lot of relaxers and those kind of intense chemical treatments. And it's very dangerous. It's a known carcinogen, so if it's absorbing into your body or you're inhaling it, it can increase your risk of cancer. And I'm not telling you that that's what's in the products. I don't know. I'm telling you what all the signs from my research point to. And so it's scary to think about, and I try not to let myself get too deep into the formaldehyde hole, because then it has me thinking about I absorbed this into my body for months. What am I going to do? Spend my life worrying that something worse is going to happen to me later that I don't know is happening right now? Something that I can't see happening? No, we can't live like that. But I want to know. I want to know what chemical was released into these products that cause these problems, because all signs point at something like formaldehyde. Now, I'm not a chemist and I won't pretend to be one at all. At all. I never have. But I do know how to do research, and I'm a pretty intelligent person, and I know how to put 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 together and come to a pretty educated conclusion or theory, a hypothesis about what's going on. And I've got this community of thousands of people talking to me too and sharing their experiences. So what I believe is that heat is what makes these products dangerous, and that a lot of people have products that the chemical was released in storage, in high heat storage, some of that chemical was released into the bottles. And so people are having this hit them either in small doses or large doses, depending how much is in the product. So everyone is being impacted in a different way. I do believe there are still bottles of product on the shelves that were not ever exposed to high heat because it takes a long time for the rollover of new products and old products. I mean, the country, just the United States alone, it's a pretty big place, and there's a lot of stores that sell DevaCurl. So it is not something that's like, okay, new products that coming out of storage, let's replace everything on the shelves. That's not how distribution works. It takes a long time. And you guys might not know this, a lot of you do, but I am not the first person to speak out about suffering from these products. If you do some research, you will find older videos, older posts from way before when I figured it out for myself in September. I've just been the most loud and the most persistent about it because I'm not letting it go. So I stopped using the shampoo and conditioner. I was using Low Poo Delight and One Condition Delight. I got brainwashed into thinking, oh, it's too much moisture or too much protein. So I decided to stop using the shampoo and conditioner. But I kept using the styling products because my hair was super dry. I used to not even need styling products. And I didn't even know where to start with new styling products. I was like, okay, well, styling products they don't have high enough concentrations of moisturizing things or protein levels that could be hurting my hair. And I didn't have any other styling products. So I was using the styling cream and the super stretch to hide my problems. And then I had that in my hair when I went to my hot workout classes, and they literally baked in my hair. So I believe that dangerous chemical was released for that hour that I was in those classes multiple times a week into my hair and onto my scalp. And that is why it got bad so fast. Within 3 months, I lost at least a quarter of my density. And I had to cut my hair from here all the way up to here because it was like melted. This is the facts. This is what happened to me. This was my experience. There's no denying this experience that I had. I have photographic and videographic evidence of the decline of my hair. And so I have no shred of doubt that the products are what caused that for me. It's why I'm not afraid to speak out about it. But I need more people to speak out about it. So today that Aries Management, right, bought in 2017, bought up Deva Holdings. We know Lorraine Massey left. She didn't say much about why she left. She probably wasn't allowed to, and I understand and respect that. She probably didn't know about what this happening or anything. But the question is, did the company find out about this when people started speaking out about it a long time ago? Did they figure it out and decide to get in the process of selling again? Because today there was an announcement that they've been taken over by a company called Henkel in Germany. So I don't believe that it's me speaking out that made this happen because it takes a long time. And I've only been talking about this for September, for 2 months. I've only been talking about this with you guys for 2 months. That's it. So there's no way that I had anything to do with this change in ownership. That doesn't mean that the products being contaminated with a harmful substance isn't part of the reason that the company is being turned over to another company. So it's a pretty fast transition, only 2 years, and they're being sold again. Now, it'd be pretty smart of the management company to figure this out and get rid of the company before it becomes public knowledge of what's going on and the company loses its value and the shareholders sell their stocks and suddenly DevaCurl is worth nothing. So that's how business goes, you know. So that's my theory. Again, just a theory, but not a random theory in any sort of way at all. And so a lot of, attention is being turned to the company right now because they made this announcement today about selling to Henken. And so people are like, connecting the dots a little bit, like, hey, what's going on? Why are they being sold again? And all these people are talking about having issues with the products. So do I know more about it than that? No, I don't, not yet. The first announcement was today, and they haven't officially sold yet. They still have to do some final business legislation, whatever kind of arrangement thing. It's not like they're basically decided to get into a relationship, but it's not official yet. They're just like talking about being exclusive, but it should happen soon unless they find out what's going on or for something else and the company decides not to take them over. So if y'all have someone with access to labs that can test the products, I'll be happy to send products that I think are tainted to be tested, and I would like them specifically tested for formaldehyde. I know that you have to do very specific testing. You have to kind of know what you're looking for. So I think that's a good place to start, and if that doesn't work out, then we can go from there. But the reality is there's still so many of these products out there that haven't even been purchased yet that could hurt people. And so this isn't over until a recall is issued, which they're not going to do. So it's never over. And all we can do is basically raise awareness. For those who are asking about a class action, I have contacted law firms and I have not had anyone express or even get back to me. The book is pretty much done. It's launching in 3 weeks, and then I will have more time to put into and energy to put into this and not go crazy doing it, because I've definitely given myself really an insane amount of stress and anxiety putting this on myself at such a terrible time to do so. But a lot of changes and a lot of things are changing soon in my life that I will be able to put more energy into this, but I need a team. I can't do this by myself. And so when you send me ideas of what I should look into, or you say I should contact these people, do me a favor and you contact them. Tell them what's going on. Get my foot in the door. Help me. Do a little bit of footwork, whatever you can do, even just to make sure that I'm talking to the right person, contacting the right person or the right agency. I've contacted the FDA. I managed to get the sympathy and attention of the Florida Consumer Complaints representative, and she cared enough to let me send her everything I had and to pass that up to above her level of power, because she can't do anything on her own. So that was a few weeks ago. I haven't heard anything since. I will reach out to her again and point out this new development of being sold to Henkel and see if that changes anything about how serious they take this situation. Unfortunately, a lot of the time, nobody cares about this until somebody dies. Hopefully no one will die, but that doesn't make this situation not real and serious. And do we know the total implications of this yet? Maybe not. So far, we know that hair is getting super damaged and that hair is falling out from the scalp, concentrated, for women at least, in the areas where they would lose hair during postpartum after having a baby. So concentrated in the recessions of the hairline, but also spread out throughout the hair and scalp. And everyone is a little bit different, but extreme damage to the hair being focused in these areas where the hair grows, so above the ears, the hair that's above the ears. I have noticed on myself and the clients that I've seen in the salon has been the most damaged parts of the hair. I cannot tell you why. It can't be, damage to the hair can't be caused by hormone changes. The hair loss from the scalp indicates a hormone change. But the damage to the hair can't be from hormones, because nothing that's happening inside your body can impact the hair that's outside the follicle. So when your hair is being formed inside the follicle where you can't see it, that's the only time that the cells of the hair strand are alive, and that anything that happens inside your body can change them. So once you see the hair, once it's past the follicle, those cells are now dead. So hair cannot have an allergic reaction. It cannot become affected either by anything that happens inside the body after it has left the follicle. So nothing you do to hair, nothing I do to my ends of this hair will affect my hair shedding or my hair growth or anything like that. Only things inside the follicle, inside the body, can affect that hair, that root of the hair. So, and vice versa. So, DevaCurl, like someone making a claim, oh, DevaCurl, it's just people are allergic to the ingredient. Okay, great. Maybe some people are allergic to the ingredients, but their hair isn't allergic to it. So what's happening to their hair? Why is their hair becoming damaged? Hair doesn't have an immune response. It's not alive. It doesn't have allergic reaction. So I just would like to know other people's theories. What are your theories? Like, right? Like give me some like realistic theories besides my own. Because I'm at a total, I feel totally alone all the time. Because I'm constantly being challenged and questioned and with no better answer. So question me and give me a better answer to what's going on, gathered with all of the information gathered, right? Everything that we know is happening. What's the explanation? It's not an allergy. So it's not too much moisture. Let's stop saying it's too much of a good thing. That's not what's going on here. So, yeah. So I know you guys have been dropping comments, but honestly, I just needed to fully get through everything that I wanted to say on this. I'm very tired of the naysayers. I'm exhausted by them. I think that they're ugly people because people are suffering, and you can disagree, but just go away. You don't agree, just go away. What defense do you need to come to on behalf of a brand that you have no relationship with? When people are hurting, they're going through hair loss, they're suffering, even if it wasn't caused by DevaCurl, what are you doing kicking people that are already down? It's really ugly behavior, and I won't respond to it one-on-one because I think a response is what those people are looking for. I think they're lonely and bored and sad, and they say bad things because they want someone to give them attention because the people in their life don't give them enough attention. And for that, I am truly sorry for them. I truly am. I think to myself, what happened to you that would make you say things like that to a stranger? Something really bad must have happened to you. And so I feel very sorry. I really do. And I really hope that something changes and that you find it within yourself to be happy and to maybe apologize to the people that you've hurt, because forgiveness is a power of the people who are above the things that you're doing. We are able to forgive and forget, and mistakes happen, and people grow and change. And so I truly hope that those who have decided to come to the internet in a place of emotional insecurity and take everything personal and be very combative and aggressive, that I hope that those people will find a way to find light in their lives that helps them to not feel that way anymore and to just chill out and be kind or be quiet. Be kind or be quiet. That's it. Be kind or be quiet. All right. So that being said, if anyone has a chemist or an attorney who wants to talk to me, thecurlninja@gmail.com is where I can be reached. If someone has a news station or a journalist, a reporter who is interested in this topic and helping raise awareness, I'm all for it. Let's do it. I am planning to send the email that I sent to the FDA, to modify it, to send out to different people have recommended I send it to the kind of investigative reporting companies or whatever. So if you have some that you know of, send me an email, help me with my research, help me figure out where to go. Places that you think would be interested in helping expose this, maybe they will pay for the testing of the products so that they can expose it on their news channel or whatever. We need help. So I think the help is out there. I just think that like our voices need to be louder. And even if someone else like manages to get themselves on some news channel and talk about this and bring it up, I don't care. Great. What I care about is that people find out what's going on and people stop suffering. It doesn't have to have my name on it. If anything, I would appreciate the assistance and someone else really advocating and taking charge the way that I have, because I am exhausted by it completely. So I'm ready to like publish my book, party, like celebrate this huge moment in my life. Like the DevaCurl situation is the most important thing I've ever been involved in. I've never felt like I'm putting my energy into something that's more important on a broad scale. But I also want to have the freedom and the state of mind to really savor these really big moments that are happening in my life right now. And it's really hard because I feel pain almost every day due to this situation. And it's where as soon as my attention goes there, I can break down. You guys have seen it. You've seen me make videos where I'm literally just broken down into tears. Like, help me, help me. So thank you guys for listening, and thank you for to those of you who are kind and supportive. I do appreciate that. Now, something that's very concerning that I haven't shared with you guys yet, I don't think, is that when I spoke to the woman from the FDA for the Florida Consumer Complaint Representative, she said that there were no MedWatch reports with the name DevaCurl. Now, DevaCurl is registered in her database as Deva USA Inc., I think. So could it be that people, because I know I filed a MedWatch report, a consumer complaint. Other people have told me they have. I don't have evidence that they have, but I think that they have. At least mine should have been there. I filed it over a month ago. And she said there was nothing in the system. So is it because we're using the word name DevaCurl? Do we need to put in like Deva USA Inc.? Is it like a computer system technology problem? Like it's not registering it as the same company because it's not worded exactly the same way? Is it a glitch or like something that needs to be improved upon? Because if it's not detecting these MedWatch reports, that's a serious problem, because the FDA only contacts you and only does anything when they get a bunch of MedWatch reports. So if you haven't filed one yet, please go file one. Please, please, please go file one. Go onto the FDA's website, file a consumer complaint online. It takes 5 minutes. And put in Deva USA Inc. 3 separate words, Deva USA Inc. And maybe that will help. I did get my, plea to them out, which I did mention, like in the first paragraph. I said, MedWatch reports have been filed about this. There's nothing in the system. It's very concerning. And just because you don't see the reports doesn't mean this isn't real and it's not happening. It's happening, and here's the story, and here's the evidence that I have. Please let me know what else I can do. So that's what I've done so far, you guys. You're welcome to everyone saying thank you. This is my truth. I have no shame. I have no fear. I'm just tired. I'm ready for this to be over. So if you know companies that I could reach out to, if you can reach out to someone for me, make that connection, that would be very, very helpful. And I would very much appreciate that. Anything that you can do to lessen the amount of things that I have to do, that would be really great, because you guys, I can't tell you how much energy and time I've put into this in 2 months. More energy and time that I've put into the salon or put into anything else, more time than I've put into my book. Like, it's been, and definitely more emotion. I've put so much emotion into this. And so, I do think, I still go to the hot classes. I just went to one tonight. My hair is fine. I don't have any product in my hair when I go. That's for sure. No conditioner, nothing. I'll even get in the shower and rinse out my hair before going if I do have product in it, because I'm literally terrified of chemical reaction to heat now. And my new hair is growing in. It's definitely curly. And my bald spots are definitely filling in as well. So, you know, here it is again, back in the microphone phase. I went through this last April, when I did my big chop by choice, because I wanted to grow out an undercut. And this time it wasn't so much a choice, but I will be strong and get through it, and I will help other people who are growing their hair out go through the awkward transitions by doing tutorials and whatnot, how to get through the not so great parts, the parts that don't feel like you necessarily. So when you don't have a lot of options for how you can style your hair, it can be tough when it doesn't feel like you. An undercut is when your hair is shaved underneath. So my hair was shaved shorter than this all the way around except for the top. The top was long. I decided last April that I wanted to grow out the sides. There's no graceful way to do that. So I just cut off the rest and I grew it all out. And before, when I moved to Miami, my hair was doing really great. That was in January. I was using only DevaCurl. I started making videos. You guys saw my hair at its best. I bought some new products when I moved down here from a different store than I usually buy them from, because I was in a new city. And it was a slow decline that then became a very fast decline once I started going to the hot classes. So that's my story. So now we're starting over again. And, you know, it's not always easy. Sometimes I feel really great about myself physically, and sometimes I feel really sad or really not pretty. And it's kind of a roller coaster, honestly, and I'll never lie to you guys about that kind of stuff, because I don't think anybody feels 100% all the time, period, no matter where your hair is at. If it's not your hair, it's something else, right? It's more so a state of mind. So, you know, I'm trying to take care of my body and my mind, and that's all I can do, you know. I have a really amazing husband who makes sure that I feel good all the time. And thank you guys. You're really sweet. I really appreciate that. You know, there's this urge sometimes to like do more makeup or do more because my hair is less. But I'm not less because my hair is less. And there have been a couple nights I've gone out in a wig, like a curly wig, because who cares? I can do whatever I want if I want to wear a wig. It's a fashion accessory. Who cares? But I'll be out and I'm like, ugh, it's just not comfortable. I'm over it, or I'm hot. And I'll literally take it off at a bar, shove it in my purse, or go put it in the car. And you know what? I'll come back and the friends that I'm with will be like, you know, you look just as good, if not better, like this. And I feel so much better. I feel so much more comfortable, you know, physically. But when it gets cold, I will 100% be wearing wigs for warmth, because my ears, because they are so warm and my ears get so cold. So, yeah. I've also thought about, Dennis was like, everybody loves TikTok. Do you guys think I should get on TikTok and like do some little videos, like cutting my wigs? Like, I was thinking I could do like a time lapse of cutting a wig from like a really ugly shape into like an awesome shape, just like on myself, because it takes me like a minute to do, because I cut visually. I think it'd be fun. So maybe I'll try it. I don't know. What did you say, Dennis?
The kids love TikTok, but like that's the kids usually know ahead of time.
Dennis said the kids love TikTok. I'm like, all right, well, you know, it'll just be another platform that I post to and don't really pay much attention to, besides posting onto it and monitoring comments and stuff. Definitely the Facebook group has been the biggest challenge on social media this year. I didn't even have a Facebook earlier this year at all, not even a personal one. Because I think Facebook is where a lot of people go to fight with strangers, and it can get really ugly really fast for no reason. And I'm constantly, I feel like I'm on the playground sometimes with young women who are very sensitive and are just getting very, very, very instantly taking things personal or being aggressive for no reason. And I can't just like block everybody that gets upset. Like I'm like, okay, well maybe somebody didn't mean it that way. It takes so much time to like figure out and like monitor everything and like try to keep it a safe place. I hate it. I honestly hate doing it. I have moderators helping me, but it's still a lot. And it's like, honestly, I question all the time whether I'm keeping the groups. Like, I get beat up in my own group. I'm like, what are these people doing here? It's a picture of my face as the like freaking cover photo. Like, what are you doing in this group? If you don't like me, go away. Like, oh, anyway. You know, like I said, be kind or be quiet. And I think that everyone needs to exercise that a little bit more, because when I don't have anything nice to say to a person, I just don't say anything to them. So I just don't understand all of the energy put into making people feel bad about themselves or being hurt for no reason. So here's my recommendation when you're on social media and you're not sure if something that you're going to say is going to be taken the wrong way. Read it out loud first. Say it out loud. You wouldn't believe the difference in how things sound when you actually say them out loud. And then know that the person reading what you say, they might read it with a different tone of voice than you wrote it with. There's no tone of voice when you write. So emojis are often misinterpreted or used sarcastically, so that's not a replacement for a tone of voice. You know what I want? I will be happy about social media when everyone can only comment or post with videos. Only videos of themselves talking. So you want to leave a comment on something that I put on YouTube, you have to leave your comment as a video. Say it to me. I want to see your face. Because you wouldn't believe how different it feels to be exposed like that. I bet you wouldn't say a lot of the things that you say if you had to show your face when you said them. So think about that too before you go and comment and post things. Would I say this to someone's face if I could look into their eyes? Would I say it? I think social media would be a better place if people had to do a video of everything that they say. So we got to talk about this kind of stuff, guys, because it's not going to get any better. So there's just so many more hurt people now, and it's just not for good reasons, you know. And I want to comfort them, but I would think prevention of being hurt is a lot better than having to treat it all the time. So I'd rather find a way to stop the bad people than to have to comfort the hurt people all the time. And I'm one of those hurt people a lot of the time. I've been bullied by full-blown adults that are twice my age. Men, women, notable people in the industry, nobodies in the industry, strangers who are sitting in their garage eating stale Cheetos, I don't know. Like, and it all hurts the same. It doesn't matter. So watch your words. What time is it, babe? Do you want to add anything?
10:42. Did you ask me the time?
Yeah, do you want to add anything?
Am I allowed to curse or no?
I don't know. Don't curse.
Nah, guys, at the end of the day...
Come closer. Come speak into the microphone. Lay on my neck.
All right, that's better.
Oh, here. Have this. Well, we don't even need the headphones in because we can't hear them. I can hear myself when I have the headphone in. It's better without it. Just use the microphone.
All right. Hi. So we just got out of yoga, actually booty yoga. It was a phenomenal class. We got to be able to like release a lot of like bad energy, bad vibes, and you know, it was a great class. So
what did you want to curse about? Not yoga.
Not yoga. Definitely not yoga. But this whole diva, like Stephanie, not just the Curl Ninja, Stephanie was saying is this year has been really hard for both of us.
You guys can't hear right now?
No, there's no audio. No audio. Let me see.
Why would they not be able to hear?
Can they hear you?
Well, we shouldn't. We don't need the headphones in. Oh.
Can you guys hear us now?
All right, just talk. It's fine. My hand hurts.
Can you hear us now? I could hear.
I think it was the other person's audio, not ours.
As I was saying, it's been a really hard year for both of us. This whole DevaCurl situation, it was necessary but unnecessary at the same time. But it was necessary for us to be able to like go through what we went through, to be able to like help thousands of people. Because like honestly, like if it would have happened to Stephanie, like we would have been like trying to figure things out like in so many different ways. Oh, apologies accepted. I know it was in your phone. It was no worries. So I want to thank everyone who's been supporting us, who's been following us on like all the social media platforms, and really being able to like be there for us, our like ninjas. Like that's what Stephanie likes to call you guys. Like everybody who supports us is our ninjas. So, and we still need you guys for a lot of in the future. We have the book coming out, and to be honest with you, like the biggest thing is for all the information to get out there, to make things easier, to make things easier for people that whether they could afford good product or not, they at least have the knowledge of ingredients / the knowledge of being able to like, take care of your hair in a way where like have a different approach. Because I even like going to the supermarket, I see people with like curly hair that's just like extremely damaged, and I feel for them because they accept that their hair is like that, and their hair is not like that. It's just what they've been taught. It's just it hasn't been working, and they just don't know any better. So the information for the book, for the book to come out and for the information to come out is the biggest thing. So please help us out, spread the word. Every person deserves to feel good, and hair is a big part of it. So we are really looking forward for basically the world to be able to like have amazing hair and feel good about themselves. Where they could look at themselves in the mirror and not have to accept that their hair is just dry, and a lot of times it's just using the wrong products. So yeah, so I love this ninja right here.
That's me.
That's her.
Oh my god, someone else is holding the phone. Look, I have two hands.
Two hands.
Okay, hold it a little closer. No.
Closer?
No.
Closer like this?
The book is $7.99 for the ebook through December 2nd. And the paperback is going to be $17.99 on December 2nd. And when you buy the paperback, you can get the ebook for $2.99. And then after December 2nd, it'll be $19.99 for the paperback and still $2.99 for the ebook when you buy the paperback, and $9.99 for the ebook after December 2nd. You can pre-order the ebook now if you want, if you're just going to get the ebook, but I recommend getting the paperback so that airplane.
We live right like by the, actually we don't even live by the airport, but we just must be like on the way.
It's so nice to be able to run my hands through my hair again. What little of it, I don't care. So if you getting the paperback and then having the ebook for $2.99 with the paperback, so you can have the ebook, you can get the free Kindle app on your phone if you have a smartphone, and then you can have like jump to information when you're like traveling or when you're at the supermarket or whatever, or the store, and you want to like look something up, you have it right there without having to have the physical book on you. But with the paperback, you can highlight, you can dog-ear pages and stuff, and I'm a page turner, so I just like paperback.
But there's definitely other people that would love to have the digital version. So, and guys, I don't know if we announced it. I'm not even sure if we're allowed to say this right now.
What are you
Are
going
you
to say?
getting nervous? Are you getting nervous?
Stop it.
All right, hold on.
Oh, that's fine.
All right, guys. So, like, I'm a big audio book person. Like, I don't know if you guys know, but I have developed dyslexia as I've gotten older. I'm not sure. I don't know if I had it when I was younger or not, but I've always had a hard time reading books because I couldn't retain the information. I was given a book, I would say probably 15 years ago, and it was an audio, and it was The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, and it totally changed my life to like be able to like listen to a book. So Stephanie and I talked, and we are going to be recording this book on audio also for learners that just, you know, prefer to have more of an audio version. So,
and people who take long drives,
you know, so I don't see dyslexia as a weakness or something negative. It's definitely a strength. I have many other strengths, and I just, you know, having dyslexia, you just have to figure out how to get things done, you know, and like my way of being able to like get new information to my brain is basically doing audio.
So get the paperback, the ebook, and the audio.
Well, the audio will be released later, but we're going to be recording it like in a couple weeks. So definitely look forward to that. And I will say,
I'm going to read to you guys.
She is. And the next step, my goal, and I've also talked to Stephanie about this, the next thing would be other languages. And whether it's writing or audio, like I want it to be in as many languages as possible. So whether it's, you know, Spanish, Portuguese, you know, anything that requires, the whole world should have it in every different language. So little by little, we're going to be able to like reach out to the rest of the world. So that's our goal. And you guys are helping, so thank you.
We just started writing this book in May. So we've done so much in so little time. It's like a little over 100 pages. It's not a ton of pictures, only pictures where like needed to give a visual of, it's a lot of science-based information. It's not a lot of stories. I mean, I tell my story.
Will we go in the jacuzzi?
It's not hot.
All right, you do that while I work on the jacuzzi.
Okay, I think it's broken. It's informative, and it's not super fancy, but it's factual. And I held it in my hands for the first time yesterday. It came in the mail, the first proof of the paperback, and I read through it today, like someone reading a book. It was like, I don't know how to it was different. It was because I wasn't writing anymore. I was just reading, you know, and still found some revisions that I'm able to do. I'm able to make revisions still. And yeah, I know it's going to be a hit. And, you know, it's going to be a hit. And ow! Oh my God.
Sorry, I have to get back in here.
I can move. It's land. So it's very exciting, and I hope that you guys will find at least one thing inside of it that changes your life, whether it's scientific information, whether it's personal sharing of ideas and self-esteem related conversation, and you know,
even just sharing the same story, you know, like the story that you tell, like, which you guys are gonna have to find out, it's a lot of people that grew up with curly hair have similar stories. So just to even like relate to someone to know that somebody else in this world exists that went through the same things you went through, like just even that, like that connection.
Dennis doesn't have a story, so it's
I
just
do
my
have a
story,
but my story wasn't that bad. I mean, it would be picture day, and I had like my little curly little hair, and this was kind of nasty, but they used the same comb on everyone, and they kind of combed like all the boys, like with a part or no part, but to the side. And when they got to me, they would stick the same comb, and then they would just go.
Baby, that's a story. Why aren't we adding that to the book?
And my hair just, the comb will get stuck. So the guys didn't know, or the people didn't know what to do with it. And every year was the same. They would spray me down with water because that was the only thing that would like go through, that will make my hair like more have a slip and not have the comb stuck to it. So every year.
So basically, they were ripping through your hair with a comb.
Yeah,
so
but
they had to wet it so that it would be weak
it
enough to damage your hair.
Yeah, apparently, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I'll show you a school picture once.
So when it's wet, you can rip through the knots. You can like break the strands more easily. So that's what they did to you. It's nice. It's a pleasant picture day.
Yeah.
So that's a story. I mean,
that's a story. We could put it in the book. I mean, it's not too late.
I'll write it. You can say it to me, and I'll write it.
It's not too late.
It's not too late at all.
No.
Okay, so does the book cover specific products or ingredients? It will cover some, but more importantly, it's going to explain different types of ingredients and different types of products, and but it's not going to be just lists of ingredients. It's not. There are so many different ingredients and different chemical names, like it wouldn't even be able to be an exhaustive list. We'll share with you the most common ones that we're aware of, that we've used off the top of our heads, that we know are in our knowledge to us. And we'll help you understand how to like understand what those ingredients actually do. Because there's no rules. Don't use ingredients that are harmful or dangerous, but there's no rules besides that. It's just understanding what something does so that you can figure out if you should be using that ingredient or product or not. And that's the power we're going to give to you and share with you. It's basically our brains in a book. And so it's everything that I say over and over and over again in my consultations with new clients, in my sessions with new clients, that now I can just be like, Chapter 3, Section 2. Oh, it feels so good to just get it out and get it on paper. And, these forms, whether it's paperback, ebook, or audiobook, are going to be so much easier to digest and comprehend than anything else that I've put out there, videos, posts. Just very simple information and science-based information. So it's timeless information. You can give it to your kids, your grandkids, your friends, whoever. It's not something that, it's not information that really changes. So that means when your hair changes, you don't need a new book. That's still the book. So that's good. Or if you're getting it because you want to understand someone else in your life's hair better, as their hair changes, you'll be in control. And so that's the power we want to give you, is control, right? Like, you can't completely master or control something that's always changing, but when you understand how it's changing and what to do with it, then you do have control as much as possible, and then things like choosing products and styling become subconscious. It becomes just natural, and routines develop so that you can get the best out of your hair and spend the least time possible on it and effort on it, which is really freedom, So we hope you guys are excited. This is probably going to cut us off pretty soon because I think I started at like 10:05 or something.
Let me check the time.
Whoa! Is it falling?
No.
Oh, you pushed it.
Did it?
I'm so dramatic. I'm like, ah! I'm melting. But this book is our truth.
10:58. So you have
So-
like 7 more minutes.
What's beautiful is it's our truth. And so even people who say they disagree, I really don't care because it's my truth. And if they think something different, that's okay. But, yeah. Ooh. Was the hot tub cold?
Oh, no, I'm checking.
You didn't even check.
I did. I started it.
But we love you guys. We appreciate your support.
No,
Anyone
no.
who might be watching who just watches my stuff to gain the information but doesn't like me, I hope that you find happiness and healing in your brain so that you can be happy. And because I don't hate you, I don't hate anybody. I don't hate DevaCurl. I just want them to correct their error. Yeah. What was cold?
No, it's cold.
It's cold. So yeah, we're going to go eat some dinner. And thank you guys for tuning in, everyone who tuned in with us. I will save this video. Hopefully it saves. Sometimes phones are weird and they don't save things, but I will save it. And if it saves, then I will put it on YouTube so that you can go back and watch it if you want. It will not have the comments on it, but any comments that I felt needed to be shared, I said out loud. So, everything else, I mean, thank you for your comments. Thank you for interacting and for your responses, for your affirmations, for your support. I love you guys. You're awesome. So it'll be on YouTube if possible, and that way you can go back and watch and pause and stuff. And everyone who couldn't be here live with us can also get the information that I shared. Stay tuned. Lots of things changing in our lives very soon, and very exciting things coming. Finally starting to get some mental space and emotional space to get excited about the future, and not be so overwhelmed by the present. So, although I am still 100% an advocate for this DevaCurl situation, it does feel that I have done so many things now that maybe there's not a whole lot more I can do in this moment, but to let things take their course. And yeah, like I said, I will take the information that I've compiled. I am definitely happy to send it wherever it's desired to be sent to. Anyone that can help, please. Any influencers out there that had suffered from DevaCurl, your influence is valuable. What are you going to do with it? You've got thousands, maybe even millions of people listening to what you say, who trust you, and who might be suffering right now. Who, if you let them know what's going on, they could stop suffering. So just think about that. Just putting that out there. Time is of the essence. This is the kind of thing that it gets worse and worse and worse until you know what's going on, because you cannot solve something without knowing the cause. It would just be lucky to solve it without knowing the cause. But when you know the cause of a problem, you can find a solution. And it's as simple as discontinuing using the things that are causing you harm. But you don't know what you don't know. So if nobody's told you, you don't know. Nobody told me. Hey, Stephanie, I think those DevaCurl stuff is damaging your hair. All these people are saying DevaCurl damages their hair. Is your hair damaged? No. But I figured it out for myself, and now I'm speaking out. All right. That's all right, Q. I'm happy to talk to anyone who is looking to speak out on their platform. We can video chat. I like to get to know the people that I work with. I like the face-to-face. So holler at me, thecurlninja@gmail.com. I appreciate you guys so much. 7 seconds. Here we go. Have an amazing night. Love you. If no one's told you recently, you're beautiful.